Okay, so does everybody see my screen as well?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ammar and Videl, put on your camera, children. Children, please quickly put on your camera. Videl and Ammar's camera is off. Abdullah, now your camera is off.
Ma'am,
Yes, Mema.
I have a doubt.
Good evening, ma'am.
We will discuss the doubt. 1 second. Yeah, good evening, Ammar. Just 1 second. Yes. Good evening, everybody. So now let's start with the class. Okay. Yeah, Mema, tell me your doubt.
Ma'am, I don't know how, like, I have doubt in how to prove the parallel lines.
Speak a little loudly.
Ma'am, proving parallel lines.
Hello.
Like how to prove any two lines parallel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, now that doubt is basically from the second exercise. Now we will come to second exercise in today's, but I did not start with second exercise, right? No, I didn't. We just practiced two questions. So when we practice second exercise, this concept is from there. So I think we have some questions. Yeah, we have this question over here. When we will discuss this question, then it will be clear. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so now children, let's quickly revise whatever we studied in last class. So we completed this first exercise. Then I started with lines parallel to the same line. So lines parallel to the same line, I told you that whenever you have one line, that's within. Why is your camera upside down? Like I see your video upside down.
I don't know, ma'am, but it shows me I can see my video in correct way.
Do you see the screen properly, or do you also see it upside down?
But it shows me fine.
It's fine for you, right? Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
children, whenever we have two lines which are parallel to one another, like 1, 2, 3, there are three lines. Line 1 and 2 are parallel to one another. 2 and 3 are also parallel to one another. That means all three lines are parallel. This was one of the main concept of this second exercise. So then we studied what are the various different kinds of angles we can have. So I taught you there can be alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, co-interior angles, right? Then corresponding angles. So for example, if you have this line, you have two parallel lines, and then you have a transverse passing through these parallel lines. So the angles that are formed on a Z, like this angle and this angle, they are alternate interior angles, 1 and 2. So angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Why? Because they are alternate interior angles. Similarly, angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Why? Because they are also alternate interior. Then I have this above angle 1 and below angle 2. These are also alternate, but they are alternate exterior angles. So let's call this 5. This is 6. So angle 5 is also equal to angle 6. And then I have angle 7 and angle 8. So angle 7 is also equal to angle 8 because they are also alternate exterior. Right, children? So we know alternate interior as well as exterior angles are equal to one another. Then I taught you what are corresponding angles. So corresponding is, for example, angle 7 is corresponding to angle 2. So they are also equal. Angle 3 is corresponding to angle 6. So 3 and 6 are also equal. 5 is equal to 4 because they are corresponding. 1 is equal to 8 because they are also corresponding. Right, children? So So these are corresponding angles. Then I taught you co-interior angles. So co-interior angles are what? Let's suppose you have angles lying on the same side of the transverse on the interior side of the parallel lines. Like these are parallel lines. Interior side is this, exterior are these. So on the same side of the transverse, so this side, and on the interior of the parallel lines, that's called co-interior. The property for co-interior is they are not equal, but their sum is 180, right? Linear pair also sum is 180. Then vertically opposite angles, what were they? Like 5 and 3, 7 and 1, 4 and 6, 2 and 8. So these are vertically. So children, any doubt in the angles part? Everybody knows all the name of the angles now, right? Abdullah
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Hafsa, put on the camera.
Yeah, just a second.
Okay. Now next we came to this question. This question was clear. Now we will come to next question. That's example number 5. So this question says that if a transversal intersects two lines such that bisector of a pair of corresponding angles are parallel. So first of all, what are they saying? There are two lines. What are they? What are they? PQ and RS. So PQ is one line and RS is another line. Right? PQ is one line, RS is another line. And then it is written bisectors of a pair of corresponding angles. So what are corresponding angles? Like this angle is corresponding to this angle. And the angle bisectors, like BE is bisecting this whole angle ABQ. It's bisecting it. That means this half part is equal to this half part. Look carefully. This half part is equal to this half part. Similarly, CG is bisecting this angle. BCS it's bisecting. So this half part is equal to this. And they are saying these bisectors are parallel to one another. So they are saying these lines are parallel. Now what is given? We will write one by one what is given. So given is BE is parallel to CG. Then angle ABE is equal to angle EBQ. And then angle BCG is equal to angle GCS. Right, children, this is given. Now look very carefully at the figure. Children, I'll give you time to write. Do not write right now. I'll give you all time to write. Next it says, then prove the two lines are parallel. Now you have to prove that this line PQ is parallel to RS. So next point, we have to write what you have to prove. So to prove is BQ is parallel to RS. It's B only, right? No, it's PP, not B. So this is what you have to prove. So now we will come to the proof part. First, tell me, children, this part did you understand? Like, did you understand what is the question, what is given in the question, and then what we have to prove? Clear? Now we come to the solution. So first of all, children, what we have is, you can look at this solution only. It is given to you that this BE line is bisector. So children, tell me one thing. Can I write, look at the figure. Can I write that this ABE angle ABE is equal to half of this whole angle. It's half of the whole angle is equals to half of angle ABQ. Can I write it like this? And similarly, can I write for the lower one also that angle BCG is equal to half of this whole angle. So this whole angle is BCS, angle BCS. So this much can I write? So children, first you do one thing. Quickly copy this given and to prove. Quickly copy this part. Then put the heading as proof and then you will copy whatever I'm writing.
Done, ma'am.
Done? Now,
Yes, ma'am.
can I erase this part?
No.
Ma'am, wait, ma'am.
Copy it, children, then I'll erase.
Finish, ma'am.
Finished, okay. Now shall I erase?
No, ma'am, just a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so now you put the heading as proof, and now you will start writing this part. Okay, whatever I'm writing, teaching you from the fifth. Below proof, you will write all this part. So I was telling you, this angle BCG is half of angle BCS. Write these 2 points. Right, these 2 points.
Done.
Okay, now just look at the figure very carefully. It was already given in the question that these 2 lines are parallel. Right? It was given in the question that these 2 lines are parallel. Okay, so just focus on these lines now. Just focus on these lines very carefully. And now, if I have these 2 lines, and then I have this particular line right here, do you see a figure like you have 2 parallel lines and then a transversal crossing through it? Now see, you might say that, ma'am, this is not a transversal because it's not cutting it, because the line should have been like this, right? And that's a valid point. But children, see, you can even extend this line. So this, if it's like this, a figure is like this, then this line is also considered a transversal. Okay. If you have a figure like this line is also a transversal, and this line is also a transversal. Okay. So we have, now what you see is that DE is parallel to CG and AD is the transversal. Right. So can I say that if I copy this figure over here, do I have a figure like this? 2 parallel lines and then a transversal. So 2 parallel lines, this angle and this angle are what kind of angles? They're what kind of angles?
Corresponding.
Are they corresponding angles? Yeah, children. Do you not see
Yes,
them as
ma'am.
corresponding angles? So can I say that this particular angle and this particular angle are corresponding angles, right?
Yes.
Why are they corresponding angles? Because line BE is parallel to CG and then you have a transfer. Now, the people who are thinking that why is this angle not corresponding to this angle? Children, look very carefully. Why are they not corresponding is, I can say either the above angle is like either this angle is corresponding to this one, or I can say this angle, this should touch this line, right? The corresponding angle is like the parallel line and between the transversal. It's between the parallel line and the transversal. So this whole is equal to this whole. So that is why the below angles, the angles that are given, they are not equal. Clear what I am trying to explain you? Is everybody understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now we have this thing with us that
Yes, ma'am.
angle ABE is equal to angle BCG. Why? Because they're corresponding angles. So we'll write this line now after it. Thus, angle ABE is equal to angle BCG because they are corresponding angles. Right, children? They're corresponding angles. So, now tell me one thing. I had this with me that ABE, this was E, is equal to half of angle ABQ, and BCG was half of BCS. And then I have these 2 points also. This is point number 1, this is point number 2. And if you look at point number 3, isn't it equal to left side of both points? ABE is equal to BCG. Now I have said that this part is equal to this part according to this line. Right?
Yes.
Right, children? So what does this become? Thus, like after this you write from 1 and 2, we have half of angle ABQ is equal to half of angle, what was the name? BCS. And half cancels out each other, thus angle ABQ is equal to angle BCS. Right, children? Now look at the figure again. Now, why did I prove them to be equal? My question was regarding the lines. You prove the lines to be parallel, but I am proving the angles to be equal. Now, what is that? So, the concept behind it lies, if I am able to prove that this particular angle is equal to this particular angle, it gives me the idea that this line is parallel to this line. Why? Because on parallel lines only you can have corresponding angles, right? If you don't have parallel lines, you don't have corresponding angles. And you have two equal angles which are corresponding in nature. That means the lines are parallel. So it goes both the ways. If you have parallel lines, then you will have corresponding angles. And if you have corresponding angles that are equal to one another, then you will have parallel lines. Now see children, what happens? If I draw a figure like this angle and this angle are also corresponding. Angle 1 and angle 2, these are also corresponding. But these angles are not equal. Why are they not equal? Because this line and this line are not parallel. So corresponding angles of parallel lines are equal. Right? Similarly, alternate interior angle of parallel lines are equal. Alternate exterior angles of parallel lines are equal. So if you have to prove any line to be parallel to the other line, you will prove either, if you see any alternate interior angle and you see, okay, I can prove them to be equal, you can do that. If you see alternate exterior angle, you can do that. You can also go by this corresponding angle. Right, children? Tell me, do you understand now? Remember, this was your question, right? Do you understand this?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so this is the concept behind the question. So everybody will now copy the solution only, what I have written. Okay. Everybody will draw the figure also.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Everybody completed?
No.
Done.
That's it. Completed?
Yes.
Okay. So now the question is, okay, now this question you will do now, children. That in figure 6.22, I'll explain you the figure. They are telling you that AB is parallel to CD, that this line is parallel to CD line, and CD is parallel to EF line. So that means all of them are parallel to one another. EA is perpendicular to EB. So EA. So this line is perpendicular. That means this is right angle. DEF they have given you, this angle they have given you 55 degrees. Find the values of X and Y. Now children, you have to find what is the value of X and what is the value of Y. And you will do it not looking at the solution. Yes, children, start doing it now.
Ma'am, I found value.
Yeah, who found the value? Yes, children. Am I audible? Somebody was saying something.
Ma'am, I found the value of X and Z.
Okay, so tell me the value.
X is equal to 145 degrees and Z is 125 degrees.
X is 145 degrees and Z is
Z is 125.
125. Okay. This is Abdullah's answer. Now, Abdullah, you can even revise your answer if you want. By the time others quickly solve and then tell me your answers one by one. Then we will tally all.
Ma'am, I got 125 for both of them.
You got how much? 125 and
I got 125 for both of them.
for both you're getting 125. Okay, let others
Yeah.
also.
I'm
Children,
sorry,
just wait
sorry.
for a
For
minute.
Z
There
is
is hand
35.
going on. Okay, I'll continue.
Ma'am, for Z is 35 degrees.
Done.
Yes, children, let's continue now. Abdullah has said X is 145, Y is 55. Okay, children, everybody can type your answers now in the chat box. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now I have Abdullah's answer, Umema's answer, and Videv's answer. And Hafsa has also told me. Okay. So let's start discussing now, one by one. We'll discuss the values of X, Y, and Z. Children, look very carefully. What do we have here is, first of all, you see that I told you that this line is parallel to this line, right? That means this angle is equal to this angle, isn't it? So that means this whole angle is also 90 degree. That means 55 degree plus Z should be equal to 90 degree. Thus Z should be equal to how much? 35 degree, right? So Z value is 35. How many got 35? Hafsa got Z 125. No. Ammar got 125. No. Umema got correct Z 35. Abdullah got correct. and Bidel, no Bidel. Bidel didn't got Z, no Bidel, it's 125, no wrong. So Z is 35 children. Then next we come to the next thing. Okay, look here. Next, what do I have is how can I find Y and X? Who'll tell me now? Any method for Y and X?
Ma'am, triangle is equal to 180, so like use this.
Yeah, very good. So you have this triangle with you. First of all, you look at this triangle, this bigger triangle. Okay. And a triangle, the sum of all the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So this is 90, Z is 35. So what is this angle? So we will take 90 plus 35 plus this angle is angle ABE is equal to 180 degree. So angle ABE is equals to 180 degree minus 90 plus 35 is how much? 125 degree. So that's equal to 55 degrees. No, 65 degrees. Or 55 only. 55. So this is 55 degrees, children. So what does X become now? X becomes 180 minus 55 degrees, right? It becomes 180 minus 55. So that's 125. So the value of X is 125 degrees. Now how many got 125? X 140, no, Vidal is wrong. Abdullah, why 145?
Ma'am, wrong calculation.
Remember got 125, correct? Hafsa, X is correct. Amar, X is correct. Now children, how did you got Z as 125? Will you tell me? Whoever has written Z as 125. If you look at the angle carefully, children, now you can directly even look at the angle and say that your answer is wrong. Z is such a small angle, how can it be 125 degree? Whoever has written 125, how can such a small angle be 125? 125 is obtuse. Do you see? This is an acute angle, not obtuse. So it has to be less than 90 degree. So X is 125 degree. And now children, if you look at the figure, we have this line and then this line. So this line is parallel to this line. So this angle and this angle are corresponding angles. So X is equals to Y, which are corresponding angles. Thus, both are 125, 120. Right, children?
Yes.
Okay. So that's how we get it. So now, children, you can just take a screenshot if you want. Are the answers correct? Yes. Children, just quickly take a screenshot of the solution so that I'll move ahead.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
1 and 2 question. Did we practice second question also? Or was it left? We didn't discuss it, right?
Ma'am, we did.
Ma'am, we did.
Okay. So
Ma'am,
now children will
can
come.
we discuss first question also?
Yes, we discussed first one also.
We discussed.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Now children, we will come to third question. And third question says PQ line is, but this line is parallel to this line. This is 130, this is 110 degree. Find QRS. You have to find this particular angle. Okay. This angle you have to find. And they are also giving you a hint, that's draw a line parallel to ST through point R. So you can draw a construction like this, right? And then try doing this question, children.
Ma'am, I got 70 degrees.
Okay, so then you can, if you solved, type your answer in the chat box. When everybody has solved, then I'll. Children, completed now.
Yes, ma'am.
Type your answers. I've got only Abdullah's. Okay, Umema. And okay. So Hafsa, you will explain me how you got 40. Hafsa, first of all, put on your camera. Yeah, Hafsa, put on your camera.
One second.
Yes, Samar, what are you saying? Okay. Amar, why is your camera off? And Hafsa, child, we have to discuss the answer. Okay, so please quickly put on your camera.
Yes.
Hafsa, your camera is still off. Children, we will only discuss the answer. Does anybody wants to tell me the answer? Umema, will you tell?
Yes.
Yes, Umema, tell us the answer. Abdullah wants to tell. Wait, let Abdullah tell because Abdullah is only sometimes he wants to tell the answer. Yes, Abdullah.
Ma'am, I made a line from R. So PQ is parallel to ST. PQR is 110 and RST is 130. So,
You made a line like this.
huh?
You made a line like this.
No, ma'am, below in from R.
You made a line from R. You made a line like this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
XY. So PQ is parallel to ST and ST is parallel to XY. So QRY is equal to PQR, which is 110 degrees.
PQR is equal
Uh, QRY.
to QRY. Why?
Yes, ma'am.
Why so?
Yes, ma'am.
Because they are what kind of angles?
Because they are alternate interior angles.
Very good. They are alternate interior angles. The angles found on a Z. Then
So QRS plus QRY is equal to 180 degrees.
QRS plus QR
Y
is
is
this
equal.
much. This angle plus
So yes, ma'am. So QRS is equal to 180 degrees minus 110 degrees, which is equal to 70 degrees. QRS is equal to 70 degrees.
no, Abdullah. There's a mistake in your answer. You tell me one thing. This much part is correct that this whole is 110. Okay, that I accept, that's correct. But now where does 180 comes from? Where does 180 come from? That's wrong. Umema, you tell me. How
Ma'am,
did
I
you get
did the same like this. Same thing.
But children, how are you getting 180? Why are you subtracting 180 minus 110?
Because that's on the straight line.
No, but like see, 110 is this angle. Right, children? Is this angle? And what angle are they telling you? They are telling you to find this angle. So a
Ma'am,
straight
I
line
added
angle
130
is
plus
complete.
110. This gives you
130.
240. Then I subtracted 240 minus 180. Then my answer was 60.
Your answer is 60. And Bidel, you didn't answer. Bidel got 50.
Yeah.
Bidel, why
Yes,
did
ma'am.
you get 50? Everybody got different answers here. Bidel, you tell us your solution.
I have a parallel line from R to like
Okay,
Q
you
to
draw a
L.
parallel line. Then
The S and that one I also did like that S to the R and P is like
Bidel, you speak loudly, child.
co-linear angle, so it will become one. I thought it will become 130.
Children, now look here. I'll explain you what you have to do is, see, you can draw a line parallel to R also. But how I generally teach to children is, what I do is I draw a line parallel to like this I draw. Okay, now you have a line like this. Now what you will do, look very carefully. This is 110. So this is how much? 70 degree. This is 70 degree. Right? Because 110 plus 70 is 180. Now this is 130. So this is also 130. And this is how much? This becomes 180 minus 130. So this becomes 50 degree. And now you will apply the angle sum property. So 70 plus 50 plus angle R is equals to 180 degree. So R is equals to 180 minus 70 plus 50 is how much? 120. So that is why angle R is 60 degrees. Amar got 60, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I just added 110 plus 130, 240. Then I subtracted 240 minus 180.
Why did you do that now? Amar, your answer is correct, but mistakenly it's correct. Your method is wrong. Right? Your method is wrong, totally wrong. You will not follow that method. And now, children, what you have done, you have drawn a line parallel like this, right? So let's do it by that method also. You have this line parallel. You have this 110. So this is also 110. And now, Umaima and Abdullah, what mistake you did was, children, you will, if you want this part, so you now 180 is this whole blue angle, right? You don't want that whole thing. Only 110 is only half, only the red colored part. Now from that red also you want only the blue colored part. So what you will do is you will subtract the remaining red part to get the blue part. Are you understanding, children, what I'm trying to say? I know it's
Yes,
a
ma'am.
lot of and blues, but I hope you're understanding. So now see, this is 130 degree and this becomes co-interior. You see, this becomes co-interior. So this is 130. So how much will be this? This becomes 50 degrees. And now this is 110 minus 50 degrees. That's 60 degrees. Like this also you could upgrade. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes,
180
ma'am.
degrees, I told you, is a linear pair, a complete angle. And not a complete, I mean complete angle on a straight line. Complete angle, like a circle, is 360. But on a straight line, the complete angle is 180. Right? So I hope you understood all of this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children. So for today, we'll just keep it up till here only. Question 4 and 5 I'll give you as homework. So children, this lesson will be completed. Okay. So keep revising this lesson because the next test will be of this lesson. Okay. And also, children, you haven't performed very good in your tests. Ammar, I noticed that you have not written a single step in your solution. Why is that so? There is
Yes,
no
ma'am.
step written in your solution. You have to write steps. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. I will write for next time.
I have deducted marks for not writing the steps, and make sure that you're practicing the questions in the class. Okay, because it's very easy questions only I'm giving for the test. And now if you're not practicing the class questions the way I am teaching you, and then you are following some other method only, then and finding the wrong answer, then children, how can I give you marks? Right? So Amar, you please follow whatever has been taught in the class only.